Hello, guys. How are you? This is Mike, and welcome to my live stream. I would like to tonight on the live stream talk about. I want to go over past rallies that I've trolled. I want to go over what's next, and then I want to open up Q&A and discuss what you guys want to discuss. So that's the agenda for tonight. But before we get going, I would like to show you guys a video that a trolling reel that I made for you guys, special for you guys tonight. And there are never before seen clips in there. So without further ado, enjoy.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
Do you want to do some gay stuff?
No, I want you to go down there and get out of here.
This is really offensive and you're upsetting me a lot. So I might have to find where you are and sue you.
It's like you need a hug.
You touch me and I'll knock you out.
Pigs matter.
Yeah, you're
Shouldn't be calling them pigs.
You're like fecal matter.
Understand? Don't stand behind me and call them pigs. You understand?
I hope your sister and your mother get raped.
Can I tell you guys a secret?
Excuse me?
All cops are pigs.
All cops are pigs. Know what you are?
What?
An asshole!
I offered to spot to them earlier, so I hate to ask you to move. Why would you do that?
He needs to get, you know what he needs? He needs to get beat.
Say you're sorry right now.
What'd you say to me?
I said say you're sorry.
Fuck away from
I
me.
said say you're sorry.
Get away from me! Get away!
I just want to pray for you.
Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back.
Oh. Is this the Trump circle jerk?
Yeah. Don't let me see you step on that flag again.
Okay.
You piece of shit. I have Corona. Get away.
I have
away. Get away.
Corona too, so we can be together. Made a new sign.
Okay, do you want me to rip that sign too?
I just want to be friends.
No! Oh my god!
Why?
Like, you have nothing to bring to the table right now. Like, everything about you says you have nothing to bring to the table.
I want you to put me on the table. Vote for Rayla, or get the fuck out of this country.
Michael Picard, he lives in Connecticut. He's threatening me. Massachusetts now. He's threatening me. Are you literally retarded or do you just look retarded?
I don't understand the question.
Of course you don't.
I'm gonna give the mic back, but first I want to say all pigs matter.
What flavored Windex do you like the best? Because you better get that frickin' flag out of here, your fucking little sign, and go lick a window somewhere else, okay?
I like boot flavor.
You want a pig farm or something? What you got? One pig?
I'd like to get you on a pig farm.
Yeah. You'd be one last one.
I get paid by Hillary Clinton, CNN, CBS, MSNBC. Excuse me, how do I become a police officer? I know the song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes. What? Turn it up? I thought you said up. Everybody's nerves. Yes, on everybody's nerves. Hold hands.
Let's go.
Hold hands. Are you making fun of faggots?
No.
That's not
I don't
nice.
hold hands.
To all the faggots out there, I demand you take that back. Reach out and I'll come into your life and save you.
You ain't Jesus.
Put a mask on, man.
Let's share. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. You guys gonna join the Trump orgy after?
Trump what?
The Trump orgy.
My dick's too big. Get away from me.
This guy just told me his dick is too big and I don't know how I feel about that. Men with micro penises unite.
Get in your car. We're going again. Where's your car?
I'm driving with you.
Oh, the fuck you are.
Is it true that all Trump supporters have a micro penis?
Why don't you compare it to yours to see how it works?
Are you saying you want a sword fight? I'm a Trump supporter too.
10-year-old daughter.
He's not a Trump supporter.
I am a Trump
He's an
supporter.
agitator, and that's why I'm right in front.
Can you keep a secret? I want to deep throat Trump. I see Trump and I want to go like this.
I want you to put me on video. I hope you put this online. I told you, my name's Grant Miller. I live at 280.
What's your phone number?
82 up. I'm not giving my phone number.
What's your social security number?
What? Are you fucking kidding me, you idiot?
How far do you deep throat the boot? Rayla for president. Rayla's gonna win, you know.
Rayla is gonna win.
She's 50 points behind, but she's gonna win. I'm Rayla's campaign manager. Rayla 2020. She has a snowball's chance in hell of winning, but we support her anyways.
This guy's causing trouble here. This guy's causing trouble. You gotta leave.
Let Sharia come join the Trump circle, jerk. If we don't agree with your vote, it's voter fraud.
Did you even vote? Did you even cast a ballot?
What?
No, we're not.
Hi, Diana.
I told you, stay away from me.
Hey, Diana! I'd like to thank the Chinese Communist Party for triangulating the position.
Dude, you make yourself look cool.
I'll fit right in then. If the flag touches the ground, I'm gonna lose it.
Tell them don't waste my time. Tell them don't waste my time.
I'm dressed in the American flag. I'm here to support them.
He's playing a game.
But I guess they've seen you before.
I'm so confused. What's going on?
I don't know.
Walk by me again. Just move.
I love it when you touch me.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Have you met Jesus Christ, your Savior? He died on the cross for you.
I've met Allah. Aren't you obeying by wearing a mask?
It's a joke.
What? You're too cute not to talk to. Gramps and I would like to talk to you about putting Allah back in schools again. Do you have a second to talk about putting Allah back in school?
Allah can die. I'm an American.
Samuel! Oh, Samuel! Wherefore art thou, Samuel? Sam, wait up! Sam, wait up! Sam! Sam!
Not with him.
Here's proof we're together.
So I'm gonna send this to my boyfriend.
You're sending it to me? Anyone who wants to get to Sam has to go through me. Samuel, stick close to me.
No.
If you don't deep throat the boot, then you don't support the police.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you to move that down then, if you would, because that's not what we're about. We're not having inappropriate signs. If you want to go down that way and do that, we certainly can.
Okay, we're offended.
That's fine.
We're gonna go call the police. Where? Where? Hey, did I nail the Jesus Christ look? Good. Thus saith me, love your neighbors, unless they are LGBTQ. Does anyone want to do my hair? Do you think Jesus is gay?
We need some courage. Back off.
Hey guys, so that was my video, and I would now like to talk about, some of the rallies that I've trolled and, why I troll. So it is powerful, in my opinion, to troll, to use satire to offend people. It's powerful because it humorously shines a light on the human condition. So no matter what rally I've gone to, for instance, it seems like both sides of the political spectrum, they want two things, and they want the same two things. They want for government to shut the other side up, and they want only their voices heard. So I kind of like to shine a light on people's, the contradictions and stuff like that. For instance, Rayla, she loves the Constitution, and she'll swear that she defends the Constitution. And yet, if it's not her religion, she'll throw your sign away, she'll get belligerent. And, that's not freedom of religion. That's something the Constitution specifically protects, freedom of religion. It's in the First Amendment. And she wanted to be a congresswoman, no less. And that was in the 7th district, I believe, in the Boston area. She was running against Ayanna Pressley. The first rally that I went to was a Trump rally back in 2016. I went with a sign with bricks on the sign. I drew the bricks. And then I put in the middle of it wall to make it seem like I was on their side. But I went with a flag tied around my neck as a cape, upside down, dragging on the ground. So it really confused them because, you know, on the one hand, it seemed like I was on their side, but on the other hand, you know, that's not something they agree with, you know, the flag, any disrespect coming to the flag. And the reason I use these symbols is because no symbol, no idea, no person is above reproach. So, you know, if you have something that's supposed to represent America, that's supposed to represent freedom, then you should have the freedom to be able to do what you want with your own property. And that is something that escapes a lot of people. And what other rallies have I gone to? I've gone to, I met this funny guy there named Ziggy. He's like the number one flag guy in Connecticut. Like he'll stand on street corners and wave, you know, the American flag. He'll dress up, you know, in American flag clothes. And he was really mad, you know. He offered to buy my flag from me. And Ziggy has since passed away, but, you know, he was the ideal nationalist. So I've also gone to pro-gun and anti-gun rallies. One thing I want to reiterate is that I'm not one-sided. You know, I'm an equal opportunity troll. I don't just troll Trump supporters, but as luck would have it, that was what most of the rallies were about in 2020 and going into elections. I think I only went to one Biden rally, and that was all there was that I found. So I'm an equal opportunity troll. I believe in trolling both sides. I'm not one-sided. So I've gone to the pro-gun rally that I went to was put on by CCDL, a Connecticut gun rights organization. And it was I went with a sign saying, I forgot what the sign said. Sorry, it escapes me right now. One of my signs said, no step on snake. And the other sign, I forgot what it said at the moment. But I went to troll them, and we got Steve and I, who was there at the rally with me, we got kicked out of the rally immediately, got put in a free speech zone. And that's what they do at a lot of these rallies. They put you in a free speech zone, and which, in my opinion, you know, is done way too much. It's not right that you should be quarantined away from where you want to be. So I've also done Antifa rallies. I did an Antifa rally at in Boston. There was this quote unquote free speech rally at the Boston Commons, and 50 free speech people showed up versus, like, I think it was like around 40, upwards of 50,000 people showed up to counter protest that. And I couldn't get into the free speech rally, which is what I wanted to troll. So I had gone all that way, and I wasn't going to not troll anyone. So what did I do? I trolled Antifa. And I went with a sign saying, "I'm with stupid," and held it up to random people, held it up to Antifa. And they got really mad at me. But no arrests were made or anything like that. It was a lot of fun to do. Just reading through some of these comments. So I'm just trying to think. Another rally that I did was a anti-Kavanaugh. He's a Supreme Court justice, an anti-Kavanaugh protest in New Haven, and they. It's not that I'm pro-Kavanaugh. I'm not pro-Kavanaugh. I'm not pro-government. You know, I think the Supreme Court is a joke. I think that the Supreme Court, anyone who says the Supreme Court bases their decision on laws and not politics is wrong, in my opinion. They do, a lot of the appointments are political. You know, they pass on issues of importance that could actually do a lot of good for people. They're a joke, in my opinion. But I went to an anti-Kavanaugh protest because they were petitioning government, and petitioning government isn't really something I believe in, because that's giving legitimacy to government, and that government is force, it is violence, and excuse me, government is force and it is violence. And so I went there with a sign saying, "We support pineapple pizza." And they immediately started blocking me. They tore my sign out of my hand and put it in the garbage. So that's what I'm saying. Both sides essentially, you know, in my experience, they do, you know, the exact same things. You know, I've gotten my sign destroyed equally at conservative rallies and liberal rallies as well. I would say, though, that Republican rallies are easier to offend. And it's the funny thing about that is, you know, Republicans call liberals snowflakes all the time, and yet they're not aware of their own snowflakiness, for lack of better words. So, you know, these rallies are fun for me to do. I love to do them. As of late, I've been doing more so Trump rallies. I've also gone to religious rallies. After that same Kavanaugh protest, you know, I went to the New Haven Green and happened on some street preachers. You know, I asked them if they wanted to do gay stuff. They immediately proceeded to call me Beelzebub, which is another name for Satan. So I've been called Satan by street preachers, by my aunt. So religious rallies are also something that I do. And in Washington, D.C., you know, I went to a religious rally during the November Stop the Steal protest. There were religious people there. You know, they were saying Jesus saves, and I was pretending to cast spells on them and all of that. It was pretty funny. I have it on video, and at some point I'll release it. It wasn't enough at the time for a video, but I'll put together a compilation. And what else have I trolled? So as of late, I've mainly been trolling Trump rallies, like I said, because, you know, those have been more prevalent. Just reading comments. Oh yes, I also did a vegan rally, which I kind of feel, you know, iffy about. It was funny to do, but I do really believe that, you know, animals should be treated better. And at this particular rally, they were having like a vigil for a cow, for a calf or something like that. I forgot the details, but I showed up, and I infiltrated, and before they knew which side I was on, I started to speak. I just started, with utmost seriousness. As one wise man once said, it's not the years in a life, it's the life in those years. And this calf spent her life grazing and shitting in fields. And before you knew it, things started flying off the handle. I really thought they would, suspect me when I said that. But, I then I said, as I pulled out a hamburger from my pocket, I said, what the calf would want us to know is that she made for some good veal on someone's table. And so that was another rally that I did. And the reason I did that, again, was because I don't believe in any government intervention. And, they were asking government to shut down a company or something like that. This was all the way back in 2019, so I forgot all the details. I will be opening up questions at a later time. I'm just reading through the comments right now. I am not part of the Libertarian Party, though. No. In fact, in one of those videos, in one of the clips that you saw in the compilation video that I just showed you, when I crashed the stage, it was funny because everyone thought I was the president of the Libertarian Party because that's who they were introducing. And then I ran up on stage and then cut him off in order to get to the mic first. It was absolutely not intentional, but it was funny the way it played out. So I would like to get into a little bit about what's coming up next. But before I do that, so what's coming up next? So I've heard a lot of your requests and I've answered them. You guys want me to upload my videos to YouTube. Well, starting in August, that's going to happen. I will be posting the link. I just need to get a little time to get the channel up and running, to get the videos on there. But starting in August 1st, I would say, I will post videos onto YouTube. I know that was a huge demand, so I'm happy to let you know that in August I will start doing that. So back in March, I told you guys in a video that I will be posting a link to my new PayPal channel, or to my new PayPal for you guys to donate. And I am happy to let you know that I've got that up and running. Here is, you can see right here. So basically my handle is now ProfessionalDouche. The funny story about that is that someone in a video of mine or in the comments of a video called me a professional douche. And ever since then, I had a shirt made, and now it's my handle. You can see my shirt right here, Professional Douche. So thank you for whoever gave me that idea. The Cash App, again, is, the $, Professional Douche. I will leave this up for a bit so that you guys can see it, but it's also in the description of both the Facebook and the YouTube video. So you guys also wanted me to get merch out there. And I'm happy to let you know that starting in August, I will be posting a link to the merch store. But you guys can buy merch tonight by donating a certain amount of money. And so this is the PayPal link, the Cash App link. And as well as the tiers for what you need to donate in order to get what. So hold on, let me just fix something. Okay, so again, PayPal .me/ProfessionalDouche. Cash App is the $ ProfessionalDouche. $5 for an autographed photo, 25 for mugs, 30 for shirts, 100 for autographed photo plus mug and plus 2 shirts, $200 credit in the video, early video release, access to raw footage, autographed photo, mug, and 2 shirts. All prices include the shipping as well. So, once you donate, when you donate, make sure you put in the memo, what exactly you want, your address. If you want a shirt, for instance, you donate $30. Let me know the size shirt that you take. And here are some of the examples of the shirts. This is my caricature, and we've also got a white shirt. And then there's Allah Bless America. And then my Professional Douche shirt, you can buy that as well. And here are an example of 2 mugs. The quality will be better once it's printed. These are only screenshots. So any money you donate will go towards future endeavors. I know there's a few coming up. One is next week, and I can't really tell you about it because the people who I'm trolling watch my Facebook, and I don't want to give it away. Who I'm trolling, I want it to be a complete surprise. But if you pay $200, you get the early access to the video. You get video credit. You get access to the raw footage. You'll be able to see before anyone else does who I've trolled, and see all the behind the scenes and stuff like that. I'd also like to mention that a lot of you have asked when I'm going to get a Patreon, and starting in August, I will be getting a Patreon. I will put out the link, of course. I'll probably do a live to promote it as well. So you guys, if you guys want to do a one-time donation, you guys can do PayPal or Cash App, or if you want to do monthly donations, you could do Patreon. And that'll come with certain tiers. That'll give you access to certain things early on or what have you. Again, all the money that you donate today will go towards funding future trolls. So in August, I would love to start going national. For instance, I'd love to troll. One of my dreams would be to troll Westboro Baptist Church. They are prime for what I do, because one of the things that I love to do is I love to shine a light on people's hate and hypocrisy and bigotry. And that is what they do. They are anti-gay. They are anti everything essentially except for God. And I would love to take my Jesus costume on the road and just troll them. They've got events coming up, and excuse me, I need money to do that. It's not cheap to go on the road. It's not cheap to get, a plane ticket. I can stay with people there, but I need money for a plane ticket and stuff like that. If that's something you guys would like to see, if you guys would like to see me troll Westboro Baptist Church, then please donate. And there in September, there is a rally that I think you'll be very pleased with. Another location, or I'm returning to the same location again as I did in one of my other troll videos, and I think you'll be very pleased with it. I'm not going to give it to you right away because I want to keep it a secret, but you guys will love it. I promise you. So another rally in September. I'm not sure where it's taking place yet because they haven't told me. So I'm not sure how much it's going to cost just yet, but once I know more, I'll probably, go live, specifically just to, tell you guys a little bit more about it and to maybe raise money for that. But it is going to be a great event. Think alt-right, a lot of alt-right leaders all in one place. Hold on, I'm just... All right, so that's a little bit about what I have coming up. I would just like to open it up to any Q&A now. If you guys have questions that you'd like to ask me, if you have, any topics you'd like to talk about, please feel free to ask. Just looking through your questions, comments. So I think what John Smith is referring to is Supreme Court. When I said that they don't make much of a difference, I'm not saying that they don't make any difference. I'm just saying that the majority of the time they don't make a difference. They pass on issues that would do good for people. Segregation is certainly not one of them. But at one time, even the Supreme Court okayed miscegenation laws, anti-miscegenation laws, which basically, was a law in many states back in the days of slavery, where that prohibited interracial marriages. A lot of courts, they said that that the races don't belong together, and anti-miscegenation laws were terrible. They existed all the way up until I don't even remember when the last law was, but I think it was in the 1900s. I forgot exactly when. I believe even up to the 1950s and 60s, but I'm not positive. There was a famous Supreme Court case. I believe it was Love. It was Loving versus Virginia, which overturns all the states' anti-miscegenation laws. And just to be clear, you could get jail time back then when these laws were in existence. You could get jail time for marrying interracially, and this was this was a terrible principle. So that's one of the things that the Supreme Court was formerly in agreement with, and then they changed their minds at the when the prevailing thought was against anti-miscegenation laws. So Loving v. Virginia was about an interracial couple who went into another state to marry. They came back to Virginia where there was an anti-miscegenation law, and they got woken up in the middle of the night. They both got arrested, and that was like I believe it took 10 years to resolve. It went through state court, it went through the state Supreme Court, and then it went to the U.S. Supreme Court. So I'm certainly not saying that the Supreme Court doesn't do any good. I'm just saying, in my view, it passes on a lot of issues that could do good for a lot of people. Feel free to ask me any questions, guys. I have not filled the troll position, the troll partner position yet. You can apply by messaging me on Facebook. So I'm obviously, I do a lot of activism, and through my activism, I've uh, shown a light, I guess, on shined a light. I don't know. Um, I've shown a light on a lot of the oppression of government. We're supposed to be um, free to hold up a sign, yet literally I've been arrested for that now 4 times for simply holding up a sign. So we're certainly not this is certainly not a free country. Many people, I think, land of the free is a moniker only. It's only an expression used to drum up patriotism. If we were free, we certainly would be able to hold up a sign without being arrested. So I live on the East Coast. I live in Connecticut. So I've trolled in Maine. I've trolled in New Hampshire. I've trolled in Massachusetts, Connecticut, obviously, Washington D.C. So I've trolled all over the East Coast. I would be open to going to the West Coast. As I said, I want to go national. So it would be fun to, take this gig on the road. So if you would like that, if you'd like me to go national, you can either donate to PayPal today, and you'll get, merchandise with that. Or, if you know anything coming up, something, national that you'd like me to go to with enough time and you know, um, fundraising, I'd be happy to go to it. I'd love to do that. Like I said, I'd love to go national. You stumbled onto neither a conservative or Democrat channel. I am an anarchist. I believe that there's nothing that government can do that the free market can't do better, and without force. So, um, for instance, um, I believe that the free market would provide more efficient services, and cheaper and efficient services. So, whereas the government isn't concerned about where their money is coming from because they get it by force, they know they're going to get it because they have the power of guns and foot soldiers behind them. A company needs to stay within their budget to survive, and therefore they're going to provide more efficient services. They're going to make it cheaper for the consumer. I do like these questions, so if you have more political questions, let me know. I like this guy. I've thought about this. going international. And I've up until now had a strict, like, no trolling, no activism policy when I go overseas. Because I've seen that show, Locked Up Abroad, and I don't want to be one of those cases. When I wake up in the morning, I feel awesomeness. As I said, I'd love to travel to other states. That would be a lot of fun. So the people in the Northeast now know a lot about me. So it's getting harder to troll them, although it's still not impossible, but it's getting harder because everyone knows my face. They know my name. So it's becoming harder and harder to surprise them. Eventually, I'm going to start having to dress up in full makeup and costumes, in order to troll them. So if you guys know of any events in any other states, please let me know ahead of time. You can message me on Facebook. You can message me on YouTube. And you can email me at Michael, Michael, at Picard, PICARD.co. And let me know what event you'd like me to go to. Keep the questions coming, guys. They're good. I will absolutely travel to another city, as long as expenses are paid for. So along these lines, I would love to start doing more live streams, about topics such as, politics. Politics really interests me, even though I hate politics, because at the end of the day, politics is about force. I still do like talking about, politics and philosophical issues. And starting a podcast or starting live streaming on a weekly or bi-weekly basis is something I would love to do. So if you would like me to do that, let me know. Comment in here and let me know what kinds of topics you'd be interested in hearing from me about. I will never bow down to government. When government tells me to do something, I'll say, nah, not doing it. So I've done a lot of, I guess, what you'd call First Amendment audits. Those are more on my YouTube channel, my Michael Picard YouTube channel. I like to separate it because, I put all my trolling videos on Facebook and all my activism videos on YouTube, because one's more serious and one is, funny and, meant to, troll people. So that's kind of why I keep them separate. But I've done a lot of First Amendment, video related videos, where I've gone into like a town hall and tested, how much of a First Amendment right that we have. And I've gotten arrested multiple times for exercising my First Amendment right. You could call my latest arrest, which was back in May, and I can't really talk about that because, it's an ongoing case. It's an ongoing criminal case. You could call that video, kind of trolling the police using my First Amendment right, or, trolling people using my First Amendment right is what I mean. And that was when I held up a sign at a Back the Blue rally saying, "We deep throat the whole boot." And people got offended by that and went into the police department to report me. So my plan to troll Westboro Baptist Church would just be to essentially, dress up as Jesus, promoting, LGBTQ, because that's something that they're adamantly against. So all my lines are pretty much impromptu, so I don't like plan ahead. It's more off the cuff. But that would be the theme of it. Yes, you can get the autographed picture shipped to Canada. So feel free to donate, and I'll send it to Canada or wherever you are. So it's not that people have been less emotionally reactive to my to trolling. It's more that people now know me and now know my deal, and not to give me a reaction. Whereas when they first meet me, they're shocked basically, in giving, and they give a reaction. They give a great reaction. And I have to say the funniest thing is when they try to get a reaction out of me and then they get mad when I don't give them one. So I kind of get, a layout of what's going on. I watch before, I start trolling. I'm just trying to think if there have been any rallies that have been like too dangerous to the point where, I've stopped trolling it. And I can't think of any off the top of my head. Okay, so I went to Washington, D.C. back on January 6th for another Stop the Steal Trump rally. And there were like tens of thousands of people there. So I didn't feel comfortable trolling that rally. There were tens of thousands of people, and then there was just me trolling, just me and another friend. And I made the decision not to troll and instead just film and document, what was going on. And I documented, it's on my YouTube channel. I documented Trump supporters damaging, breaking tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars of camera equipment of Fox News and CNN. It's on my YouTube channel if you want to see it. So I get recognized all the time at events. This is why I need to go national, because I when you hit up the same areas, you're bound to run into people that you've trolled before, and they'll recognize you immediately. But I get recognized all the time at Boston rallies. The one in October, where I was at the Copley Square in Boston. I had tons of people coming up to me and thanking me for my videos, and telling me how they've watched all my videos and love them. So yeah, I get recognized all the time. Actually, in DC, in November, which was surprising, all the way in DC, we got recognized by at least a few dozen people, including a cop who had told Steve that he had just watched one of my videos the night prior. No Klan rallies. I might die at one. So let's see some more questions. Feel free to ask any more questions that you want, guys. So there's no store up right now, merch store, but I will be giving you guys a link when I get that published in early August. Just so you guys remember, here's some of the merchandise you can buy today. The printed quality will be a lot better, by the way. You can also buy mugs. Again, any of the money that you donate will go towards expenses used to troll. And I will update you guys as to what I use those expenses for. I keep a detailed record of everything, just so that you guys know, where your money is going. And let's see what else. Keep the questions up, guys. My thoughts on police. they are the foot soldiers of the government, and you know that they use force to achieve whatever they're trying to achieve. So I've been arrested multiple times. You know, I've been conspired against by the police. You know, that video is on my YouTube channel. You know, where they said we got to cover our ass, and then they proceeded to make a story saying that people had complained about me, that they didn't want to stay and give a statement, but that they took their own course of action. And it took me 10 months to get the charges dismissed. And then we filed a civil lawsuit with the ACLU, in which it took 4 years, 5 years in order to get a conclusion. And I won a settlement from them. Thank you, Philippe. So the shirt sizes are small, medium, large, extra large, and 2XL. And if you go to donate and you want a shirt or you want a mug, let me know in the memo of PayPal or Cash App, or you can even donate on Facebook if you want. You know, I have Facebook page set up. But let me know which shirt that you want, whether it is this one, the caricature, Allah Bless America, black or white, or whether you want the Allah Bless America flag shirt, or the Professional Douche shirt, or the mugs, either Allah Bless America or Say You're Sorry. And let me know what size you want. You know, again, the sizes are small, medium, large, extra large, and 2XL. And let me know your address as well in the memo. That address isn't published anywhere. You know, it's kept private. And then I will be sending, you know, those out soon. And I will update you guys with an ETA on the shipping as well. I do not play Apex Legends. Should I? So my videos starting in August will all be on YouTube. And I will post a link to that, you know, when I get the channel up and running. So starting August 1st, on August 1st, I'll post a link to the channel where you guys will be able to access my videos via YouTube. So yeah, I've been on. I was on Anarchast back in the summer, and it was a fun show to do. I love trolling Trump rallies, but let me be clear: I troll Trump rallies and I troll, you know, left rallies too. I'm an equal opportunity troll. This is a good one. So I like to read and write. I love to travel. Traveling is probably one of my favorite things to do. I travel to places that have, historical value. I've traveled to Italy, England. I've traveled to Belgium, Sweden, Switzerland. Did I mention Italy? I don't think I mentioned Italy. Norway, um, Ireland, and I've traveled to 26 states in the U.S. I'm sure there are more countries I've traveled to that I just forgot off the top of my head, but um, yeah, I love to travel. Um, I love to skydive as well. Skydiving is a lot of fun. I've done it. I'm in the process of getting my license. I've done it now 8 times or so, 8, 9 times, something like that. Um, it's a lot of fun. I like to cliff jump as well, and I like to fly planes too. I want to get my private pilot's license in the future, but I'll be going to law school in the near future as well, and I just can't justify spending the money on getting my pilot's license first when law school is so expensive. I mentioned Italy twice because it's my favorite country. So I do not have an OnlyFans link, but starting in August 1st, I will post a link and probably do, another one of these live streams promoting my um, promoting forgot the name of it now. Um, Patreon, promoting my Patreon. So in case you guys didn't hear earlier or something, or you weren't in here earlier, I will be getting a Patreon. That those are for monthly, subscriptions, and there will be multiple tiers. Um, you know, Tiers giving you access to, different content and stuff like that. Um, but if you guys just want to do a one-time donation, you can feel free to either donate to my Facebook or PayPal. The PayPal link is paypal.me/ProfessionalDouche. And it's written in the ticker below as well as in the description too. Or you can donate via Cash App as well. I enjoy simple life pleasures like I enjoy life's simple pleasures like pineapple on pizza. I love Hawaiian pizza. So if we ever like meet up or anything like that, when I'm trolling in another state or city, um, pineapple pizza is the way to my heart. So Italy is my favorite country because out of all the countries I've been to, um, it's just the most scenic. I love the people. I love the atmosphere. Italy has uh, uh, Italy is just a beautiful country. One of my favorite places to visit is the Amalfi Coast. I went on. Let's see if I can get a picture of this. Um, bear with me. I went back in September of 2019 to the Amalfi Coast, and I hiked this trail called the Path of the Gods. Um, it's called the Path of the Gods because of Greek legends in which the Greek gods traveled this path to save Odysseus from the sirens. And it's a 4 mile hike. If anyone tells you it's an easy hike, by the way, don't believe them because, it's pretty grueling. I went on like an 80-degree day too, but it's pretty like, don't be underprepared if you ever go on, the path of the gods. Um, I also brought with me about 40 to 50 pounds of camera gear. So that took a toll on me as well. Um, and I'm about to. One second, guys. Sorry. So I'm about to show you guys a picture. This is the Amalfi Coast from the Path of the Gods. So it's a beautiful, hike, and I would definitely do it again, but I would be more prepared next time. Going to Mar-a-Lago would be fun. In case you don't know, that is Trump's retreat in Florida. But I have a feeling that I would be arrested by Secret Service or some agency, um, simply for trolling. I would love to troll Marjorie Taylor Greene. In case you don't know, she's a Republican, I believe. Um, I'm not sure if she's a senator or a representative. Um, she's a representative, obviously from Colorado. Um, I think she was the one of the representatives that like starkly that vigorously defended, the whole election fraud thing, that, the election was a fraud. And, I think they even talked about like voting her out of certain committees in the House of Representatives. I've trolled a lot of, I'm not going to say Mormons, but I would troll Mormons, but I've trolled like Jehovah's Witness. They've come to my door before, and, they immediately proceeded to start talking about religion. So I told them I bought some Islam the other day. And they just shook their head as I shut the door. I do not believe in Santa, ghosts, or God. I think religion is mainly a control tactic. It's a control mechanism, just like government is. That's used to start a lot of wars, justify a lot of horrible things. It's an interesting study, though, to study the power of religion and government, because for much of history, obviously government is now, the top dog now, but, religion, government used to bow to religion. And, religion would be used in various ways, such as, to get money from people. I think this is Catholicism, if I'm not mistaken. But you'd have to pay penance or something like that, or you'd have to pay the priests in order to get the word of God translated or something like that. And that was just like a scheme, to make money off of people. I agree that fundamentalists need to be trolled rather. That's why I want to troll Westboro Baptist Church. I think it would be absolutely hilarious to troll them, because they are so rigid in their beliefs, and they're so like behind the times. They get so angry at something that's so acceptable today that I feel like they'll be easy to troll. So I'll be on here for 5 more minutes or so, because I want to give you time to ask any questions that you want. But then I'm going to shut down and have some dinner, since I haven't had dinner yet. I'm 32 years old. I'll be turning 33 on October 29th. Like Rayla, for instance, keeps her events private now because she knows I'll see her events. So now running into her is just by chance. It's just like, if there's a big rally that I hear of, I know she'll probably be there, especially if it's like a pro-police rally or something like that. But yes, I do plan on seeing Rayla and Diana again. Let me clarify. It's not that necessarily that I don't believe God exists. It's just I don't care. Like it's not something that I'm interested in, or I'm not, I'm just not interested in religion. But the funny thing is, I used to be super religious. I used to go to church every week, probably 3 times a week or so. I used to do sound and lighting for my church. I used to do video editing for my church. I even went to, believe it or not, people, this is something that a lot of people don't know about me, but are surprised to find out. I actually, when I got right out of high school, that was during my prime, religious, time. And I actually went to Bible school. I studied theology. I didn't complete my degree because then I grew up and realized that, this isn't what I wanted to do. But I wanted to be a pastor, believe it or not. And then, I decided against it. Now I troll people. Wrapping this up in about 2.5 minutes, guys. So if you have any other questions. You're right. The free market isn't free, and that's because of government. Government seeks to control the market. They seek to, influence the market. They artificially, raise prices, by putting more and more regulations that companies have to jump through hoops. And that's why there's no free market. You take them out sooner. My next video is coming out. I'm doing a troll next week, and my video will be coming out probably the week after that. I really can't tell you guys much about the troll, for one, because I want you guys to be surprised, and that ruins the surprise. And two, because the people who I'm trolling watch my Facebook. And if I tell you guys, they'll know, and then that'll ruin the surprise. This is a good question. So I'm not going to lie. Doing what I do, like doing activism and doing trolling, often makes you walk a line between not legal and not legal. If you did activism and it was purely purely, the your right to do, or purely, if there was no question about it, then that wouldn't really be activism, or it wouldn't be useful activism. So, what I like to do is, I'll push the envelope. It shouldn't be that writing fuck on a sign is more offensive than taking away someone's property through eminent domain. But it is. More people during my 2019 arrest were concerned about the word fuck on a sign than they were about someone's property being stolen. So, I do push the envelope. And in pushing the envelope, I have to know, the law essentially inside and out. So, I know when I'm in the right and when I'm in the wrong. So I basically do that by studying case law, by studying the statutes to which, the activism pertains to. And I just do read legal writings and stuff like that. Yeah, they were really mad at my pineapple pizza sign, because it kind of just like distracts from their message. It makes them look like idiots. And, that's why I do that one time. And I'm going to tell this story really quickly. One time I went to an anti-gun gun control press conference, and held up the sign, we support pineapple pizza, and it just made them, and it was attended by two of our U.S. senators, Senator Murphy and Blumenthal, and I stood right behind the podium as with my "We Support Pineapple Pizza" sign. And just distracted. None of the media could capture the press conference without putting my sign in the video. So I think I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. I'm going to go through the donations and message you guys, more information. If you guys do want merch, you can buy them tonight by donating a certain amount, and those amounts are in the description of this video on both Facebook and YouTube, as well as in the ticker scrolling on this in the bottom of the screen. And make sure you let me know what your address is, what size you want me, if it's a shirt, whether you want a small, medium, large, extra large, or 2XL. And I will let you know. I'll message you, shipping information and stuff like that. So I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you so much for supporting me, and have a great night. And I want to do this again soon. So I'm going to find a time to where I can do this like weekly or bi-weekly or what have you. And, the I would love to do this again. So let me know like what you guys would like me to talk about, what topics you'd like me to discuss, stuff like that, what questions you have. And of course, if you have any other further questions, feel free to message me on Facebook, on YouTube, or you can email me, Michael, Michael, at Picard, PICARD.co. And I will respond to you in a timely manner. Thank you again. Love you guys. And I will be back soon with a trolling video. Next week, I'm supposed to troll again. And the week after, I'll release the video. Thank you and have a good night. Bye.